Hi everyone, and in this video I'm going to tell you everything that you should know about your credit report. So people talk about credit reports and credit scores quite a lot. So what do they really do and how can they help us? Well, I like to think of a credit report as like a job reference for your money. So everyone knows that with a good job reference, it can make your life so much easier and big happy face. But with a bad job reference, it could really stop you from getting the job. And that's the same with a credit report when it comes to borrowing money. So who is looking at your credit report? Well, to start with, oh look, there's a nice little looking emoji. I'm not sure I'll get a job as an emoji illustrator anytime soon. The first people are phone contract providers. So many people get turned down for phone contracts because they have bad credit scores. Don't let that be you. Number two are employers. So any future employer is most likely going to do a credit check on you. So if you don't want to have an awkward conversation in your interview, start building up a good credit report now. Third, landlords, for the same reason. They want to know that you're going to be good for the money. And the fourth is anyone who might be lending you money. Mortgage providers, credit card companies, you name it, they'll check. They could just not give you any money. That would be annoying. Or almost worse is they could charge you a higher interest rate, which means that you're paying more money for the same service just because they think you're a riskier borrower. Now that is major sad face, extra one just for good measure. So what can you do to improve your credit score and get on top of it today? Well, to start with, get online and download your credit report. Have an understanding of where you are right now and where work needs to be done. There are three major providers of credit information. There's Experian, which is the most popular. You also have Equifax through ClearScore and TransUnion. They all offer a free option, but most of them will start charging you after a certain period of time. So just make sure you're not paying for something that you're not using. Then what can you do? Well, the first thing, absolute no-brainer, is get on the electoral roll. Being on the electoral roll is a massive boost to your credit score. Don't know why, but it is. So do it, it's for free. The third thing is getting a credit card and starting to borrow money, building up a track record and proving to the world that you can be trusted to borrow money. But this comes with a big health warning. Be careful, don't get yourself into trouble. If you don't think you'll be able to pay off your credit card on time in full each month, it could just cause more harm than good, so don't do it. And the last thing to say is just pay everything off on time. Your council tax, your bills, everything. Just pay it off on time and it will reflect really well on your score. A couple of other things to mention. The first is that a bad credit history is just as bad as having no credit history. So you really do need to start building up your credit history so that you get a good score. And the second thing is your credit report is a great place to look and see if any fraud has been undertaken in your name, because you'll know if any of the activity relates to stuff that you have asked for. So that's who, that's what, that's how. Big thing, last thing to say is don't panic. If you've done anything in the past that might reflect badly on your credit score, you can improve it today. They will keep your data for 6 years, but if you've got a late payment from 5 years ago, they are not going to place as high a weight on that as what you've done in the last year. So if you start building up good activity from now on, that will reflect really well in your credit score and you'll start seeing improvements. So that is everything that you need to know about your credit score in less than 5 minutes. Hope it was useful.